Hello everyone, it's Kathy Champion and you're back here at Kathy's Random Acts of Stamping. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located here in Gastonia, North Carolina, and I'm so glad to have you join me today. We're going to have a little fun, hopefully learn some new tricks, and we're going to take care of a little bit of business first. First of all, I want to remind everyone that our new mini catalog, which I like to call our holiday catalog, launched yesterday, which means our second celebration of the year, which is the very first time that Stampin' Up! Has ever done this. So you are witnessing history. Here is our beautiful mini catalog. Beautiful. It says July through December, but because we were late getting products in, Stampin' Up! Was, they had to delay the premiere to August. So it will be August through December, and our celebration period is August the 3rd through September the 30th. And everything in this catalog is free. I mean, it is absolutely, look at this stunning paper. This penguin Playmate paper goes beautifully with that penguin stamp set and the punch. This right here is gorgeous. I cannot wait to work with that. All of this is free with a $50 purchase. This beautiful black and white and gray paper. Stunning, stunning, stunning paper. Neutral colors that you can use with anything all year round. Here is the Peaceful Prince, which this is beautiful with the deer. A beautiful pack, and these are 12 by 12 packs of paper. Free with a $50 purchase. And the Counting Sheep, I think I showed those to you yesterday. That is free with a $50 order. And if you want the dies, you can get them for another $50. So I do want y'all to know that everything that's in this particular catalog are only while supplies last. So if you see something in this brochure that you really are dying for, go ahead and place your $50 order and pick it out, because there's no guarantee that these will be here. There's that Summer Shadow dies that y'all seen me use in some of my previous videos. It goes with that Summer Shades of Summer, I believe is the name of the stamp set that's in our annual catalog. Look at these delicate dahlias. They are beautiful. Again, that stamp set is a $100 stamp set, but it's a two-step stamp set, which is beautiful. I love it. Just so many wonderful things. And if you host a party, you can get this one in your words, which is a wonderful sentiment stamp set. So even if you don't host a party and you have $300 in order, you can get that stamp set. So don't let that slip by you. But the holiday catalog is jam-packed full of holiday inspiration. Beautiful, beautiful images. There's that one I did yesterday with the Peaceful Cabin. I mean, it is just jam-packed. Look at that background candy cane. I mean, these are just beautiful. There's that little penguin set I was telling you that paper would go beautifully with. Y'all saw me use the Sweet Stockings. I did the Sweet Little Stocking bundle, and I showed y'all how to use that to cut your images out. So stinking cute. This is one I'm going to be doing very soon because it's nobody better. I love snowmen, and I got a couple of ideas of what I want to do with that. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, I can just go on and on. If you have this catalog, please take the time to browse through it. If you do not have the catalog, please hit me up on an email. Let me know that you're interested. If you want to just browse through it before you get an actual physical catalog, you can do that. I've got it linked on my Facebook page. You can go to my Stampin' Up! Website, and right from there you can shop everything in that holiday catalog and look at it up close and what have you. All right, we're going to take care of business. Let me grab my prize from last week. I forgot to pull it, so bear with me. This is our prize from last week, and we're going to go ahead and do our drawing on this. This is a surface sweep brush, and I showed y'all mine. I love mine. I use it all the time. If you get embossing powders on your desk, or if you just need to sweep away something off of your surface, you can use that. It works great for so many different purposes. And this is put out by Nuvo. This is not a Stampin' Up! Item, but you can rake your embossing powder up and then be able to put it back in. I mean, this thing works wonderful with so many different products. So we're going to see who's going to win this today. And I've already loaded my names. Here we go, and we're going to choose a winner. Marsha Freeman, you are our lucky winner. Congratulations, Marsha. I'll get this surface sweep brush in the mail to you probably tomorrow. So be on the lookout. That'll be coming your way. So congratulations again to Marsha Freeman for being our winner of the surface sweep brush. Okay, it pays to comment on my videos because you never know what the giveaway might be. This coming week, I thought with Christmas coming up, I'm going to give away a roll of this Stampin' Up! It's red and white textured ribbon. I think it's called Textured Weave Ribbon. And this is 1/2 inch, and it's about 10 yards on this roll. Beautiful, beautiful red ribbon. So after in the comment section of this video below, make sure that you give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. The random picker will actually pick names from the comments. So you can comment more than once if you like, but it only gives you 1 entry per name because that's the way my random picker works. Okay, so now that we've gotten all of that out of the way, with our celebration campaign that's going on and our new catalog, remember a $50 purchase gets you an extra goodie. You get to pick out something free, like I told you earlier. Also, if you spend $50 or more before shipping and tax, you will get a free gift from me. So make sure you use the host code, and that should pop in about here. And I'm going to show you today the 2 stamp sets we're going to be working with. One of them is Biggest Wish, and it's on page 63. And this is just a sentiment, and you've got happy and happy, hello and hello, birthday, birthday, friend, friend, thanks, thanks. But it's so amazing how you can play with these words in the print, and I'm going to show you an example of that because we're going to do a card today. Here's one that I played with, and it's going to be the same layout. We're just going to use some different ribbon and card base. But I thought this was such a cute happy birthday card, and I decided to go with the black with the birthday word, and I did the black organdy sparkle ribbon, and I used a piece of the pansy petals, I'm sorry. And I've got bukus of scraps of this because I have just used the living daylights out of it. But I cut a strip off of this. I thought that was very, very pretty, and it was delicate. And yet it brought in so many different colors because you've got a yellow, you've got that soft succulent, the Calypso Coral, the fresh Freesia, and the polished pink. And I thought that that was just such pretty colors to pull in on that particular card. So we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to change it up a little bit. I've got my 2021 2023 in color jewels. We're going to use the pink. I've got the 2 pieces of white Whisper White thick cardstock to use for my outside mat and my inside mat, and I have an A2 size card base here that is 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. So I'm going to lay this right here. I'm going to set this one over there. I'm going to move I've got the ribbon. This is the in color open weave ribbon, and it's 3/8 of an inch, and I got that in the polished pink. A couple of stamp blocks. my two stamp sets, as I said, I did this one, The Biggest Wish, and Best Year. The Best Year, I love this one because there's so many different things that you can say with this particular stamp set. So we're probably going to do the same one, Wishing You the Best Year Yet, because it's going to be a happy birthday card. And I've got 4 of my ink pads. I got the Pale Papaya, the Calypso Coral, the Fresh Freesia, and the Polished Pink. Pulling the colors out of this strip of Pansy Petal Designer Series paper, and we're going to use that same paper to do this card because I want to play with these inks. So I'm gonna get these back in the order that I had them, just about like that. And the first thing I want to do, I got my Take Your Pick tool and my paper snips because I cannot craft without those. And we're going to bring in our Stamparatus to help us, and I'm going to show you a trick to use your Stamparatus with that is totally different than any stamp positioning tool out there. Love the Stamparatus for this reason. Let's go ahead and use our paper trimmer first, and let's score our card base. So we're going to score this at 4 1/4 or 1/4. Get that cut blade out of my way so I don't slice my cardstock in half. That wouldn't be good. And now I'm going to hang this right there. And I'm going to sit this down, and I'm going to use one of my bone folders, whichever one I grab first. And I am going to really burnish this down really well, just like that. And what I need to do now is I need to bring over one of my pieces that's going to go on the front, sort of like that. And we need to cut this piece down to 5 1/4. So let's get our paper trimmer out one more time, and let's go to 5 1/4. And we're going to slice that, and that gives us our little piece that we need right there. This card's going to go really fast because this is just a really fast-paced card. I'm going to use some regular liquid glue to put this on. You could use Stampin' Seal, or you could use two-sided tape. You could even use glue dots. Whatever your preference of adhesive is. And I'm just going lickety-split fast as I can because I want to show you you can make a beautiful card in no time at all, just by combining a few different elements in it. So here is our Stamparatus. I cannot sing the praises enough over the Stamparatus. So I am going to, let me get my paper snips because I see my papers hanging off just a little bit right there. So I want to go ahead and trim that off. So I'm going to angle my scissors and just trim right there. It was just like maybe 1/32 of an inch hanging over, and I didn't want that, so I just snipped it away. And now I'm going to place this in here, and I'm using this grid mat. This is an extra piece that does not come with your Stamparatus, but you can buy it separate, and it is the foam mat for your photopolymer stamps. It does come with one, but it doesn't have the grid lines on it. And I like to be able to see exactly where I'm stamping. So I'm going to lay that magnet down right there, and I got, oops, and I got this centered up in here on those two lines really well. And now we're going to grab our Biggest Wish, and I want to grab out that Happy, because what we're going to do is we're going to start right about here with our Happy. And we are going to go down the line using our inks. But the first thing we need to do is pick up that. And what you want to do is make sure your piece doesn't move. And if you want to, we have two magnets. You need to be very careful not to let these come in contact with each other. So if you use both of them, make sure you keep one on one corner and one on the other. If they clink together, it will not be a pretty sight. Just for the record. How do I know that? You see mine are taped together? You know why mine are taped together? Because when I first got my Stamparatus, I did not realize that. And they cling together and they broke. I'm going to bring y'all in as close as I can and still keep you in frame. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to take my stamp set because I found out that the case is the perfect height to hold this. So it gives you a nice place to put your stamp so you can ink it up. Now the beauty of the Stamparatus is being able to re-ink and re-ink and re-ink to get the depth of color that you want. So we're going to re-ink and re-ink and maybe one more time. Okay, that looks really good. That's the depth of color I was looking for. So we are done with that one. So now we need to do the Calypso Coral. I'm going to take just a cleaning cloth that I have, and I'm going to wipe that excess ink off of my Stamparatus. You don't have to do that, but I'm going to. Now I'm going to ink this up in the Calypso Coral. That first one was the Pale Papaya. So now we're going to go with this, but we can't stamp on top of that, can we? Oh no, with most stamp positioners, we would have to peel that stamp off, position it over here under our stamp, and go through all that hassle. With the Stamparatus, this is one of the tricks of the Stamparatus. You can lift this out, drop it one hinge down, and watch this, y'all. Now, how is that for making you happy? And I'm playing on words here. Is that not the best thing ever? Now we're going to go back in and we're going to re-ink this. And maybe one more time. All right, that's a good, bright, happy. So the next thing I want to do is I do want to use a little bit of my stamp cleaner, so I'm going to grab my Stampin' Mist. Y'all know I normally use this with my Stampin' Scrub, but you can spray this directly onto your stamp and just use a soft cloth and clean your stamp off. And this works out great when you're changing color. So, and that's exactly what I was doing. I'm going from that Calypso Coral to this fresh Freesia. So I don't want to cross-contaminate my stamp set. So again, we're going to lift this up, move it down one hinge, and stamp again. Isn't that, I mean, and that is just wonderful. If you're wondering about the pooling of the ink and it looks kind of, I don't know, kind of frumpy. I don't know the right word to tell you the truth, but it just looks messy. And that has to do, I live in North Carolina, the southern part of North Carolina, and it gets very humid down here. And even though I have central air that runs day and night, it still will cause your ink to get a little pooly. So there's a way to fix that. Maybe I'll show you that in my I didn't know I needed to know that series. So be on the lookout. Don't miss any of those in that series, and go over and check the playlist. They will all be listed there in case you've missed any. Great series of some great little tips and what have you. And this time I'm going to go ahead and move it down one more time before I ink it. That'll be our last position right there. And that's going to be in our polished pink. That last one was the fresh Freesia. And now we're going to do polished pink, which this polished pink is going to be the star of our show. And the reason I say that, because we're using the polished pink background, and I'm using that polished pink ribbon, and we're going to use some polished pink jewels. So there we go. I think we've done good. We've got that completely done. I am going to go ahead and clean the stamp before I take it off, so it'll be all nice and clean and ready for my next happy project. How's that for play on words, y'all? Oh my goodness, I'm so glad to be back. I had been so under the weather and I felt so awful when I got back, and I posted this on the Facebook group. I was so sick and so debilitated that I just, oh my goodness, I just wanted to crawl in a hole somewhere and die. I felt that sick. But I am feeling so much better, and I'm so happy to be here with all of you. I didn't feel up to doing a live today, so I thought, you know, this way if I don't feel good, I can pause the video and come back to it. So far, so good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab that script or cursive birthday out of there. I'm going to move this one up here on the corner, right there. And I want that happy birthday to kind of lap over top of the birthday. And we're going to do this one in the Momento black. And I am going to put my little case back under there. I'm grabbing my Momento black. And all I'm going to do is ink this up. Just like that. And come over, stamp. Let's ink it one more time to make sure we get a nice vibrant birthday on there. Oh, love that. Isn't that beautiful? I love the black of that against that polished pink. It's just stunning. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. I'm going to be careful and let that dry for just a minute. Let me get my ink cleaner, my Stampin' Mist. This stuff is awesome. It's such a good size bottle too. This is actually 8 ounces, so it's a good size bottle. I mean, that's like a half a pint. So that is a great size bottle of stamp cleaner, and it's relatively inexpensive. So I love it. I think it cleans so well, and I would not be without it in my craft room because it's just a wonderful stamp cleaner. Okay, so I'm done with that stamp set. So let's move it over here out of our way. And like I said, don't forget to leave a comment, because your comments is what will enter you in the drawing for that roll of red and white Christmas ribbon. So just make sure that you leave me a comment over there. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, and that's all you have to do to get into the drawing. All right, now before we do anything here, let's move the Stamparatus out of our way. And what I want to do is I want to turn this over. I want to use I'm going to show you how to make your ribbon go further. We are going to run this ribbon right along here, about like that. So I'm going to cut off a piece, and all you want to do is have enough to fold it under and on each end. So I'm going to do about to there. So I'm going to guide it with my finger. And what did I do with those scissors? I had my here they are, my fabric scissors, or my ribbon scissors right here. So, and I'm going to clip this end straight across as well. I think if it's straight, I'll have a better chance of getting it down on my card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over, and I know I want my ribbon to be about here. So I'm going to grab my Stampin' Seal, and this is the Stampin' Seal Plus, and I am going to put right where I feel that ridge of where that extra paper is. I'm just going to put a little bit right there. Then I want to turn this over, and I want to hold this right about there. and bring that down, and then wrap it underneath here just like that. And you see what's happening? I think I went over just a little bit too far that way, so let's put another piece just like that. And now we have our ribbon on our card. Let's see if we can straighten that up just a hair. Just like that. Alright, so now that we've got that on there, I want to take another piece of ribbon about this long, and all I'm going to do is bring it up under here, and we are going to tie what is known as a square knot. So all I'm going to do is tie it like that, and if you notice what I'm doing, I'm squaring up the actual knot part of it. See how I'm making it a square by the way I'm pulling my ribbon? And then once you get that like you want it, manipulate it a little bit. Let's see. I think we need to redo this. I didn't like the way that went down, so let's try it again. We are going to go over and under, like that, and then we're going to go over and under one more time, just like that. And now we got a cute little bow that's basically just a knot bow, but isn't that cute? But the one thing we need to do is adhere it down so that it's not kind of flapping around. So I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool and a mini glue dot, and I'm going to lift that up, and I'm going to bring this right up under here and set that right down in it, and then that holds that in place. Now if you want to, you can manipulate the tails on your bow. You can pull them up and under, over. You can pull them out or down, however you want to do it. If you want to trim them off a little bit, you can do that. And I think a little bit will be a good thing. Let's do this one at an angle, just like that. That gives us just a little bit more dimension on our card. Now before I put this down, I'm going to grab these. These are our 2021-2023 gems, and these are so pretty. They are, I just find these to be adorable. And I'm going to use these pink ones since we're playing on the pink. And let's put one right here. And maybe one right there. And let's put one maybe right here. And I think I'm going to put one more right there, just because I can. Don't you love it when you have control over what you create and you can make it anything you want it to be? Maybe right there. I love that. Alright, so now we're ready to go ahead and put this onto our card base. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to use some of the Stampin' Seal Plus because it's my favorite. And I am just going to put some little pieces along the edges, just like that. And a little bit in the middle. And then we're going to set this down right about there. Just like that. Oh, how beautiful. Do you love that? I think that turned out gorgeous. So pretty and pink. I love it. Love it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and decide what we want to stamp on the inside. And I think wishing you your best year yet. Yep, that's exactly the one that I want to use. So, and I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it in the black. I do believe the black is going to be my color of choice. And let's grab our Momento black. And I'm going to pick this up on a stamp block, like so. And then I'm going to bring that down and I'm going to hold it right about here. Hold it. Give it a little press. And there you go. How nice did that turn out? But we're not done. We are not done, because inside this stamp, you have these little teeny crossy little asterisk type things, and we're going to grab those. And we're going to bring that polished pink back out. And we're going to decorate a little bit around that piece by using our smallest stamp block. And we're just going to kiss that ink and then stamp. Stamp. I like to be able to kind of frame around the words, so I'm usually pretty careful of where I put these. Something like that, just to give it a little bit of brightness and cheer inside your card. I think that's all we need to do. I did get a little ink right there. Do y'all see that? So I'm gonna grab that Mono Sand eraser and see if we can lift that. This is another time that little brush would come in handy. The little surface sweep that I gave away earlier to Marcia. When you do something like this, you can just sweep that away. You don't have it gritty all over your table and your work surface. And then you can actually see if you need to do a little bit more work on that. And well, look, we got that all off. That was great. And another great use for this brush. So again, like I said, Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry anything like that, so that gave me the opportunity to be able to use that as a free gift. And I love it when I can give away a product, whether it's Stampin' Up! Or not. If it's something that I think that you can use in your stamp room, then I love to be able to shower y'all with some little extras here and there. Let's get that going again. And then we can drop this inside here. Just about like that. And press it. And our happy birthday card is done. Look how beautiful that turned out. Now here is 2 cards done very similar, but yet they have a different effect just by the color of ribbon, the color of gems, and the card base itself. So Leave me a comment and let me know which one you like the best, and if this is a card that you would like to make, and also what you think of the Stamparatus, because I think it's absolutely an amazing tool. So many things you can do with it, and I just absolutely love using it. I love playing with my tools and creating for all of you. So thank you so much for tuning in. God bless and keep you, and until we craft again, always let everything you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. Remember, He is worthy, He is worthy, He is worthy. So until next time, God bless and keep you. Bye-bye.